a lot of people that get caught up in addiction, Robbie, as well, you might know this from what you've just told me. A lot of people that there's traits in addiction that I've seen. A lot of addicts, if not all of them that I've met, are sensitive, very sensitive. And what that tends to do is the addictive personality people, dependent people, tend to get hurt a little bit more than the rest of the population. I've noticed that in my
That's
work over
interesting.
many years.
Yeah.
So you've got that going on. So you've got somebody who wants to please others, and then you've got somebody that then we start saying, be congruent. Well, somebody that wants to please and is sensitive and felt it hard growing up because of those predispositions is going to struggle to be open and honest, even if they know that that's what they're doing, because it doesn't make a person bad. You don't know till you know. That's why I like therapy,
Yeah.
because it allows me to help somebody see themselves and to let that part of them up, and then they can be congruent.
Right.
Until then, you don't know till you know, right?
Yeah, that's so insightful. And I've seen that with almost all of my clients. They're all very similar to me in the sense of recovering nice guy syndrome and people pleasing. And there's this massive desire to make other people like you, to not rock the boat. Like I find myself to be incredibly sensitive. You know, if someone's upset with me for any reason, like it drives me crazy. It's very hard to sit with that. So the idea at first of, telling a girl that I liked that, some bad news, whatever it was, like I would avoid that like the plague, right? I found it easier to even.
Because we get hurt.
Yeah.
Deeply hurt. We think everybody else is the same, and we're probably, I don't know, 10% of the population or something. I don't know what the research is, but it's something like that, I would suggest.
Mm-hmm.
So we're projecting onto others that I don't want to say anything to displease somebody because I know it hurts me.
Right. Do you have any other thoughts on just that nice guy syndrome, how that impacts guys and their development? And is there any correlation between, let's say, nice guy syndrome with, anxious attachment or attachment styles in general, or those? I know you said the addictive personalities are more likely to be that.
They're more likely to be anxious and avoidant, or anxious avoidant,
Mm-hmm.
generally speaking. I think people pleasing, normally, generally speaking, comes from parent pleasing, one or the other or both. And there is, like I say, if you've got a predisposition to oversensitivity, and your parents might not be doing anything wrong, but if you're not feeling it, then you start to please them. That's normally working with kids where this starts to happen.
If you're not feeling
Or
what exactly?
if you're not feeling the security,
Oh, okay.
which creates the secure base.
Right.
The security creates a secure base. The insecurity creates anxious or avoidant attachment styles.
Gotcha.
It doesn't mean it's not there. It just means you're not feeling it. Or if it isn't there, then obviously, on the scale of insecurity and avoidant and anxious attachment styles, they grow, they get bigger. You throw some chaos and trauma in there, some cortisol and adrenaline, you're going more up the ladder of how hard it becomes for people. And often that replicates the pleasing. The more the more everybody was okay and I wasn't, the more I want to please.
Right.
And then we get lost. We get lost within pleasing others. Think about it. If I'm constantly pleasing you, I'm not pleasing me. And therefore I get lost.
Yeah.
And so does the congruence.
Makes sense.
So that's the work, isn't it? And that depletes self-esteem and self-worth because I don't know myself.
Right. You're just trying to get that, hit of dopamine from pleasing the person, I guess you could say.
Well, dopamine is great, isn't it? A bit of excitement and dopamine. If I'm feeling not very good and everybody else is better than me, I mean, that's very attractive, isn't it? And adrenaline as well is quite addictive.